Hi, welcome to Joan's Joy Mindful Relaxation and Kindness Program. I'm Nancy, and today I want to talk about making amends, which really is saying I'm sorry when we've made a mistake with the intention of trying not to let it happen again. But before we get started, let's do our mindful practice. I have a new one for you today. So go sit back in your chair and close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, I want you to look up and then look down. Come back to neutral. Look to your right and look to your left and come back to neutral. And what I want you to do is visualize looking down on your desk and just hold your gaze there. If you feel your eyes moving around, which is normal, try to bring them back to just looking at your desk with your eyes closed. It's not that easy, but it's another mindfulness practices that can help us kind of slow down our mind. All right, go ahead and open your eyes. I want to do that again, but I want to do it after we stretch out to see if we get our upper body a little more relaxed, if it's a little easier. And you might or might not feel easier, but let's give it a try. We're going to experiment. Please interlace your fingers, turn your palms inside out, press and round. Take a deep breath and a long, slow exhale, and just notice how that feels. So it's a mindfulness practice. On your next inhale, lift your arms up overhead, breathing your ribs up off your waist. Noticing that breath. Bring your hands behind, look up, take a breath here. Tilting to one side. Good. And the other. Come back to center, look up. Good. Now you might have to move forward. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Look up. Notice how that feels. Good. Twisting off to one side. And the other. Good. And come on out. Go ahead, sit back in your chair. Take a deep inhale and a long, slow exhale and relax. Close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, look down toward your desk. And see if you can hold your gaze there. It's a challenge. It's not, oh, I can't do it. It's just to sit there and keep trying. Knowing that it's hard for some people. But we're training our brain to be able to slow down like this. So if you feel like your thoughts are often going too fast, you can't focus, this is a kind of practice that can help you with focus. Just even for a few seconds. All right, and go ahead and open your eyes. All right, so we're going to talk about amends today, and it's part of our theme on friendship. So what I want you to know first off is everyone makes mistakes. Little people, medium-sized people, big people, all make mistakes. All different ages make mistakes. And what we have is the ability when we realize we've made a mistake is to apologize for it. But not just saying I'm sorry. To say I'm sorry with the intention of trying not to let that happen again. Okay? So that's what making amends or saying I'm sorry is about. And I think if we feel like too bad about making mistakes, if we think that other people don't make mistakes, it's harder if we feel embarrassed having to say I'm sorry. But if we think that saying I'm sorry is a normal thing, then it's not so hard. And we've all had people hurt our feelings or not do something that they told us they were going to do. Um, and we know how it feels. And it helps if that other person acknowledges that they made a mistake and they're willing to say, I'm sorry, again, with the intention of trying not to let it happen again, right? So that's one of the things we kind of need to like add into our vocabulary of how to be a friend, is to be able to say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I'll try not to let it happen again. I'm sorry I promised you this and I didn't do it. I'll try not to let it happen again. Okay? So that's what I mean about this thing of making amends. And it takes us to feel a little confident to be able to do that, because we could end up feeling bad or too sad. But if we realize that it's normal to make mistakes, we all try not to, because we don't want to hurt people's feelings. We don't want to disappoint feelings, but we will. And then we can make amends. So that's what I wanted to tell you today, and just encourage you to add that into how you're a good friend, a good student, and not really even, we all have a sense of goodness, but it's how we behave. It's the choices that we make. That was what I really want to talk about, that we make good choices. So with that in mind, let's lay back and do our smile pranayasana. Jazz hands lifted up, looking up, eyes bright. Notice your breath. Good. Smile. Good. And then drop back down and see if you can get your eyes to focus on your desk. Good. And let's slide right into a nice guided meditation on confidence. So what I'd like you to do is, using your imagination, pretend to put on your favorite shoes or your hiking boots. We're going to go on a nice hike and get your warm clothes on, and you can put a vest on. Maybe it's got some binoculars in it. Maybe it's got a hat in it and gloves in case you need, in case it gets chilly on your walk. And you're with some friends and a grown-up who you feel safe with, and you start off on a hike up a hill. And it's not easy. Sometimes it feels really hard and your legs might feel tired. But on the way up, you see flowers and trees and plants, and every once in a while a little chipmunk that runs across the path. And you're walking up and it's hard, but you're feeling really good about yourselves, and your legs feel strong, and you can feel your heart beating. It feels pretty good to be feel so lively. And you get to the top of the hill and you look out and you can see so far. It feels amazing. You can see other hills and trees and cities in the distance. And the air feels clean and crisp. And you notice how it feels to breathe. And there's that sense of quietness. All right. Nice. Again, just one more time. Focus your eyes on your desk. Notice your breath. All right. Good. And go ahead and open your eyes. I've really enjoyed spending time with you today. And remember, you can take any of these practices into your friendship, into your life, and feel happy and confident.